Dear friends, இப்போ நாம பார்க்க போறது educational administration in the Buddhist period. Buddhism was evolved in India as a sort of proselytizing, proselytizing, proselytizing religion, making new converts not by force but through teaching and persuasion. This needed preachers of both sexes who would not only be well educated themselves but be able to devote their whole time to teaching. This naturally necessitates their practicing celibacy and living in monasteries and vihars or pre-universities. These viharas and monasteries were identified centers of education of the period and were under full governance of chief monk. Further, these viharas were residential in nature and instructions were given not only to the monks but to the laymen also. More definite information is available for Buddhist universities like Nalanda and Vikramashila in Bihar, Tamaralipatti in Bengal, and Vallabhai in Gujarat. These universities neither possess any kind of organizational structure of modern type, nor were they controlled by any kind of administrative organization. Alteker pointed out it may be observed at the outset Taxila did not possess any colleges or the university in the modern sense of the term. It was simply a center of education. Alteker என்ன சொல்றாரு அப்படின்னா it may be observed at the outset Taxila did not possess any colleges or the university in the modern sense of the term. It was simply a center of education. In all these universities, there were secular as well as religious courses admitting monks as well as laymen, and sometimes people of Hindu and the Brahminic faith as well. They were free and residential, being maintained out of the grants of income from several villages, which in the case of Nalanda University were as many as 134. These universities maintained definite standards and admitted students who could pass the entrance test held by Dwara Pandits. Huan Xiong and Ai Sing, the Chinese travelers who visited the country in the 70 AD, had an account of the Nalanda University. Though the autonomy of the Buddhist universities in both administrative and fiscal matters were fostered by a sort of democratic control of the teachers themselves. Still, there is also some evidence of an outside control by the Buddhist order or Sanaha, which organized conferences to settle teaching and occasionally transferred teachers from one university to another. The organizations of the viharas are somewhat similar to the universities, being vested in the chief monk and were assisted by a number of upajais of the or senior monks. The general and academic administration of these universities were thousands of novices gathered in pursuit of knowledge, and where a galaxy of professors educate them was simply super. As these were the residential universities, besides lodging, they were providing free food to body and mind and fostering spiritual awakening. Even in the Buddhist period, the Hindu educational system of what may be called the Brahminic types coexisted. During that period, a tendency of establishing temple colleges was established and the curriculum generally narrowed down to religion. Bark of trees and leaves of cane and palm were used those days to write as shown. Palm leaf manuscript. The reveal of Hinduism marked a rise of Hindu educational institutions lacking cohesion and solidarity, narrowed down the curriculum of the educational institutions, and spread women literacy instead of ushering a cultural renaissance. It thus marked a sort of decadent period which perhaps paved the way for an easy conquest by the Muslim invaders. இதோட இதை முடிச்சுக்கிறோம். அடுத்த வீடியோ வேற டாபிக்ல பார்க்கலாம். தேங்க்யூ.